Sorry, y'all. Me trying to work with one hand and I accidentally cut off the film. Okay, I'm in the middle of harvesting the eggplant. And like I said, these are small, but they're going to allow the new ones to grow. I have 3, 6, 8. I have about 14 flowers coming on this one plant here. And then I've got about 7 coming on this other one. This one right here doesn't have any flowers, but I'm still going to harvest it. And thank you, Georgia Peach Nut, again for letting me know that eggplant are self-pollinating. Okay. So by getting these off, it might encourage the flowers. Remember, I fertilized a week ago, and that was what got these things going again. So I think I'm gonna get some more. So although, I planted a few cold crops for the fall planting, I will still count anything that's still producing in this greenhouse as a fall crop. So you can say I have a good fall garden, especially the already established stuff. I'm going to be clipping some of this rosemary. In fact, let me do it now. And that mojito mint, Morris, the mojito has gone ham. Now this is the creeping rosemary, and I'm gonna go on and harvest this because it's almost time to put it to sleep. I'm not gonna cut it to the nub. The last time I did that, the plant didn't come back like it should have. So this time I'm just gonna do a regular harvest on it. And I'm gonna use some of this fresh because today I am going to be baking. I'm trying to, with the death of the late Tito Jackson, that one kind of scared me, you guys, because I don't eat the healthiest. And a lot of times when people don't eat the healthiest, that's the reason why I grow. We'll talk about that a little bit. That's the reason why I like to grow, because that allows me to at least get some fresh vegetables and try to eat as healthy as possible. And it's, you all know, if you've tried to buy health-wise in the store, organic and things like that, food itself, period, is very, very, very expensive now. And trying to eat healthy for everything is unattainable for me. So I said, but the least I can do, okay, I've taken the initiative health-wise with the, growing my own, which I've always liked to do anyway. There is nothing like homegrown food straight from the garden. My late mother and her neighbor, they teamed up every year because my father was an auto mechanic, didn't have a garage to work on cars. So guess what was sacrificed? Our backyard. But that's how he made the money, okay? And that was a daily thing, at our house. So we didn't have that backyard where my mother could do a garden. And then later on, when she did have a backyard, she didn't do it because our neighbor was, she was older and everything. So mom just didn't do it. But the point is, when we were growing up as children, my mother had a garden every single year. She and the lady across the street that we called Aunt Essie. That's what everybody in the neighborhood called her. And they had a big, huge garden. And I've told y'all before how our neighbors, they teamed up, Mom and Aunt Nessie, and then there was Ruby, the lady next door to Aunt Nessie. She had the fruit trees, and she kept a small garden for herself. But she made the preserves, she did the canning. Anybody who had anything that needed canning, you took it to Miss Ruby, and she did it. And then she shared her bounty with us. She would do pear preserves every year and other fruits that came off her tree, apple preserves. And then she also, and then we had Miss Causey. She had berry bushes, and then they had a garden. So everybody shared. It was a self-determined neighborhood that I grew up in, and a sense of community. And people don't do that anymore. I'm trying to get that going. And I have some, my cousins and my sister and stuff, we team up, and if we see something that someone else likes, or if there's a seed that someone wants to grow or whatever, I'll start the seed for them. So and then my sister buys me things all the time towards the garden. So that's why, every year I start her seeds. And so that's how we were all raised. So therefore, so that's my first step in trying to eat healthier, just with the veggies alone. And grocery store, when I looked at the vegetables last year, every now and then I go through the vegetables just to see what's going on. And they look so horrible. And you see people just stocking their basket. I guess if you have kids and you don't garden or whatever. And I think to myself, sister or brother, you could be growing that. You could be growing this, and you're paying all this money, for this item. And I'm thinking, and look at how it looks and how it must taste, and, the pesticides. I do not. I have stopped. Now, I did buy a tomato yesterday. I ain't gonna lie, because I had some stuff for a salad, my own cucumbers that had come out the garden, and I needed a tomato. And I did have some cherry tomatoes in there, but it wasn't enough. So I bought a tomato. But believe me, I made sure it was the best one in that pile. And I washed it real good. My leaves are starting to fall, and I'm going to just let them fall off the cherry tree. Look at here, y'all. There it is. A new okra flower. Let's check on Spab. It looks like he might have escaped, but Spab is dying. That poison is going to poison him. Oh no, he's up there still. I think he's going to die. He's off in the corner. And I'll spray him one more time before I leave out of this hothouse. Okay, let's pluck this tomato. Yep, this is a purple Cherokee. And I'm gonna have to water in here, as I can see. Let's pull these dead leaves. I'm gonna let these tomatoes and these ground cherries go as far as they can go. I mean, eventually they're going to fizzle out, I know. But right now I have a few fruit on the vine, and I have flowers, and it's still summertime in here. Hold on. Okay, that's just me pulling. And y'all, I have to call the CPAP people again Monday. Let me tell y'all what happened. I'm not sharing everything behind the scenes. Okay, but first of all, that's another green zebra. And I will not be planting those again because I cannot tell when they're ripe. I've lost 2. And I did get a chance to taste them. Thank you, Grow Joyfully Sherry, for your taste test. Because, and that's a purple Cherokee. Yay, so I have another one on the way. Thank you for your taste test, because I'm writing down all the tomato varieties that you are taste testing. Now, I can't grow them all, but the ones that you seem to like the best, those are the ones I'm going to attack next year, which will be the bigger tomatoes. I will do a few cherry tomatoes. The only 2 I think I'm going to do is, because Diana and Renee said you've got to try the black cherry tomatoes. So I'm going to do that. So those will be my 2 varieties next year of the cherry tomatoes. The rest will be your larger tomatoes. I've never grown larger tomatoes too much, simply because I've never had much luck with them. Now this year, yeah, I got a few tomatoes, but not many. But I only grew 2 plants. I grew one green zebra plant that I got from the Grow Club, and that one Cherokee purple that I started from seed. I only had one to come up, and I started a lot of seeds. And then I did all the cherry tomatoes, which were like 3 or 4 varieties. And most of them went to my sister because they got mixed up. Even though I had tags, the tags got jumbled. All it takes is for one tag to come out the thing. And in my case, 5, and that's the end of that. So therefore, they got mixed up. So my sister ended up with most of the varieties that I wanted, and I ended up with the varieties that she wanted. So I let her know already, next year, Sherry, we're just going to have 2 varieties. And I said they're very good varieties according to my fellow homesteaders. I said we're going to do the black cherry and we're going to do the chocolate sprinkles. And I've already found the seeds, so I know where they will be ordered from. So my seed buying will start real soon here, probably October. I buy seeds all winter long, because you got to get a jump on it, because for those in the South who start their gardens in February, or they start seed starting in January and February, you can't find seeds. So yeah, so I buy early, and I'm a seed addict anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to be buying. Not that I'm going to plant everything, but I'm going to be buying. But anyway, so like I said, I got way off subject here. Yeah, Tito Jackson's sudden and untimely death kind of scared me. I said, I'm at the age now. He was 70, I'm 60. That could happen to me at any second, you know. And so I said, I've got to do a little bit better than what I think I'm doing. Because I don't, you know, I told y'all before, I really don't do a lot of frying, but I'll tell you what, this summer I have. Every time I've cooked, with the exception of a few times where I've grilled and baked, I've fried, because it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot quicker. And so, you know, the fish, and let's see, what else have I fried? I fried a few things. I think I fried more. I fried some chicken, you know, that type of thing. I think I fried more this summer than I normally do, because in the summer, I told you, usually on Sundays, that was designated grill day. I did not do it this year simply because I got, you know, I started having the problems, and then with the sleep apnea and stuff. So I've only grilled twice this summer, and each time I've come on to show y'all. But I plan to make up for that lost time in the winter. I like to grill salmon, chicken. You could almost call me a pescatarian, because I will eat pork. Like I'll do a pork steak, or I might bake a pork chop. I do not fry pork chops at all. But I don't eat as much pork as I used to. Any pork I've had this summer has come from the pork steak. And that was on the grill each time that I've had it, which was twice. Okay, and that's the only time I've had pork, other than, you know, I put ham hock in my, hey, I'm sorry, y'all, I don't do the smoked turkey and all that. So I'll use a ham hock, because I can buy those already sliced. And that's what I like about them. I can take one slice to smoke my meat. So that's all I'm using is one slice in my, you know, in my green beans or greens or whatever. And then also I use, let's see, what else? I use bacon sometimes if I don't have the smoked meat, but I'm stocked up on smoked meat, so I'm straight with that. So, and I don't think I'll ever give up bacon, but just to sit there and fry bacon, to eat it for breakfast and all that, no, it's used for cooking purposes only, and it's not fried. It's usually put into the water and boiled just for flavoring. Or I might bake it into something I'm baking if I'm doing that, you know. So I think I'm doing okay, but I still think I can do better. And so, like I said, you know, the few vegetables that I got this year, and then with the farm market, you know, I'm going back there. I haven't forgotten about that. In fact, this is the week. I'll be going fishing on Thursday in the farm market next Saturday. And then, okay, so I'm going to stock up on as many vegetables as possible, those that I've missed this year, but next year I plan to have a lot more in this garden. Like I said, I'm switching from the crates, and I'm going to get tubs. I think the tubs will give me more space and allow me to plant more. Less is more, as they say. They say plant what you like, so I will stick with my staples. And I always introduce a new plant every year. And next year will be the coffee plant. I have coffee seeds from M.I. Gartner that I purchased last year, and I did not start them this year. So because of the greenhouse now, I will start them and have the coffee plant in here. And I think I have means to bring it in the house for the winter like you're supposed to do. And in 2 years, I should have coffee. Like this cotton and loofah. Now, if my sister chooses to do cotton again, fine. She can do it, and I'll bring the plant back over here, you know, once she starts running out of steam like she did this year, that's fine. But I'm not planting it for myself next year. That's off the list. I've done loofah before, and I thought about doing that next year, that it would grow very well in here. But I think that would take up a lot of space. You'll see me with a lot of just vegetables and herbs, you know. for my seasonings and whatnot. The melons, I'll probably stick with the Korean melon just because I got one this year. So it taught me a lot. But the honeydew and cantaloupe and stuff that did not do well, I might do one in the keyhole garden, because I think the reason why my honeydew and cantaloupe did not do well was because I had it here in the greenhouse, and although I tried to self-pollinate both, it did not work. That failed. So next year I may plant them out in the keyhole garden, and I think I will do better. So I may start one cantaloupe and one honeydew just to give it a shot again. But definitely the Korean melon, and that's it, for the fruit. And then hopefully my fruit bushes will do better next year now that I've put them out. In fact, y'all saw where the blackberries are now producing late in the summer. Hopefully my strawberries will produce. I know they would do better if they were out, but there's no way I'm going to let those white strawberries get taken by birds. Unless there's a spot I can put them, I might take a few of the plants and put them in the keyhole garden or something and cover them. I have a friend named Scott, and I'm still trying to decide if I want to get those garden tables. I haven't decided yet. I'll pray on it. But I forgot my friend Scott can come and stack those bricks for me and build me the cinder block beds. It might be cheaper. I'm going to compare the prices of both, and I can have him to build it as a keyhole garden there where I was going to put that one garden table, and then I can control the size. So it might be cheaper and more conducive for me to do the cinder blocks. Then I thought about, I'm going to leave the keyhole garden. I'll expand on that and build it up a little bit and add more soil to it. And then I think back here, or either on the side of the house that gets full sun where the wood chips are, I might have Scott to build another cinder block garden table, or out here. There's enough room in this yard. I could actually, when I look at you guys' gardens and stuff out there with your yards, yes, your yards are bigger than mine, but I actually have space. I could probably easily fit about 4 to 5 cinder block tables easily back here and still have a little lawn space if I wanted it. I just haven't done that. And so I think I'm gonna start doing that. And then I can call it a little urban homestead. I can do a lot more. So the staples, the things that I like, green beans, I could go with a lot of varieties of tomatoes. I could do more greens. And then another thing too, I said I was going to buy those fence posts, those T-posts, and I'm going to make, I'm going to do fencing and netting around that so that the squirrels can't get a hold to that stuff. And then the deck garden, I'm not really worried about that because that's going to be peppers and herbs, and squirrels tend not to like peppers and herbs. I'll make sure there's some hot peppers, some spice out there, and I'll have that on the edge, because that'll be the first thing the squirrel will go to. And once he gets to that, that will deter him. He didn't mess with anything this year that I had out other than that bed with the corn. So that was it. But anyway, I am just rambling now. We're at 18 minutes. So I think y'all got the gist of what I was trying to say, because I just kept rambling and rambling. But I'm going to get off of here. The temperature is dropping. We are now at 80. We are pretty much at about 82. So I'm gonna close it up, but I'll leave that fan going. Oh, did I do the seed alert, y'all? I don't think so. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Seed alert, seed alert, seed alert. Okay, I'm going to, first of all, we do have the cabbage. See it? It has come up. There it is right there. Okay, something's coming up right here because I can see the soil. This is the collard greens. So the collard greens were at the back. These two up here are the Texas grano onions up front. And I have one coming. I see it right there. Right there. So that's successful. So we got collard greens. We have cabbage. The green beans, y'all, they're looking like those last ones that didn't germinate. And although I didn't take them from that same pole bean pack, that pole bean pack was over 5 years old. So I don't think these green beans are going to come up. So I'm going to abort this later on today. And once I abort it, I'm going to put some new, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Y'all, Spab's brother. Wait, let me get the camera on him. Wait a minute, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see here because my view isn't looking the best. Okay, that Spab's brother is right there. See him? See that dot? And he is big, so let's get going. To the upper room! To the upper room! And he looks just like Spab too. I might have a doggone, okay, he's coming down. I might have a doggone nest up in here. I want him to get down so I can smash him. And I better make sure it's something nice and heavy to smash him with too. Well, fish emoji. Where did he go? Oh Lord. I'm trapped like a rat. Okay. I did spray him though, so he'll probably die like Spab did. Okay, y'all, but anyway, let me get on out of here. And I'm keeping this spray up in here because I don't do spiders, y'all. I do some of them, but not those. Okay, so I'm gonna get on out of here. And I did want to show y'all what I had planned. Let me put that there. Okay, let me get past Super Spab. Okay. Okay, I'm safe. Okay, this is what I'm getting ready to do in a few minutes, you guys. Right here. I brought my basil out. We're gonna go with this one, and we're gonna go with that one. Those are my two healthiest. And I'm gonna put them in with this because this is a big pot here. And this is the pot that's going in for the winter. And I might stick a few more in there to make it into a big bushy plant. And next week, when we start getting down into the 50s, this will go in. I'm gonna leave it out tonight because I want those leaves to harden off. So I'm gonna leave them out tonight because we'll still be in the high 60s tonight. And then I'll let them harden off, see how well they do with the mother plant, as I'm calling it. And then I'll bring it in Monday night before it dips into the low 60s and mid 50s for the night. And then the rest of them, I'll ask my sister if she wants some and my cousins, and if they don't, they'll go to the compost. Okay, but I'm gonna put more than 2 in there, but those biggest ones are the ones I'm gonna get in there today. So I'm gonna come back out later to do that. Okay, you guys, so that's it. I'm gonna get off of here and I will talk to you later. This will be uploaded this evening. Oh, and you know I'm scared of Spab number 2, but I forgot to show y'all. My peanuts were not ready because this is what I saw. Make sure that spider doesn't jump on me. Here's the arugula, y'all. Looking good, looking good. This is how I know the peanuts were not ready. There you have it. See the flower? And I don't know if peanuts have to be pollinated or not, but I dare not take those out. Oh, I gotta water these greens. They're starting to wilt. Okay. All right, let me get off of here because I've got work to do, you guys, before I go in. And I need to keep an eye out for Spab. And then I'll be back later to redo my green beans. I'm gonna just abort those and put the newer ones in that I got this year from the Grow Club. Alrighty, you guys, talk to you later, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.